All right, sorry I am late. You know what? I need to fix the bit rate of my audio. I'll do that a little later. Good afternoon, everyone. How do you guys feel, man? How are you feeling on this Victory Monday Spike Kool-Aid for November the 14th, 2022? I'm a little subdued, man. I'm a little subdued. And I am excited about today's video or today's show because we got a lot of stuff to talk about. Overreaction Monday. Can the Detroit Lions make the playoffs? I find it very ironic that now everyone wants to talk about the playoffs. Playoffs? We were just talking about this, and we talked about it Friday. The Detroit Lions, everybody's talking about the playoffs, from Woodward Sports to Pride of Detroit. When your boy been saying it from day one. Your boy been saying it from day whizzle. What's up? Good afternoon, Dave. What's up, T? What's going on, D Reese? Finally got the no DIC. Appreciate you being here, man. Man, oh man. What? It feels good to win, right? Waking up a winner. I mean, most of us wake up winners anyway, right? In life and slaying this game. But when it comes to our team, we're tired of losing. It feels good to win. It feels good to win. We did the segment on Friday. I'm sorry. I keep mixing my days up, so we won't do it again today. But I want to talk to y'all about it, man. It was good to see the locker room celebration. Jeff Okudah coming into his own. Aiden Hutchinson getting the trolls off his back about being a bust. And you know what? I will say this. I'm not sold completely on third overall pick Jeff Okudah, but I'll tell you what. Third-year player who's been injured and only played 10 games coming into this season. Hey, I'll put some respect on that young man's name because he is doing his thing. What's up, Vision? What's going on, man? Feels good, right? Feels good to win. But listen, there's a difference to me. What's up, Denzel? There's a difference to me between, like, false hope. There's a difference between chugging the Kool-Aid. And there's also a difference about being real, right? Being real. Everything I've always put on this platform, I believe, right? I believed in 2019 the Lions were going to go 12-4. And they kind of did, right? But in reverse, they went 3-12-1. They went 3-12-1. That was the last time that I made a prediction that outlandish. But the Detroit Lions making the playoffs based off of strength of schedule coming into the year was a real possibility. Now, you sit back, and sometimes you can't help but wonder, what if we beat the Minnesota Vikings? What if we beat the Seattle Seahawks? What if that comeback against those two teams, the Philadelphia Eagles and the Seahawks, did not fall short? We're talking about, at this point, where are we at? 6-3, right? What's up, Nate? Says Victory Monday. Hey, Grid, did you want to see Campbell's interview today, or did you already see it? You know what, Dave? I did not see it. I had been waiting all day for that dude to go live, and I didn't even know he went live. I didn't even know. It's possible we could bring it into one of these segments. What's up, Zay? What's going on, Chris? Says golf with J-Mo. My goodness. What if Dan Campbell didn't hand the game to the Vikes? Zay, that's what I was just saying, bro. He said he's responsible for 2 of those losses. So let's say, you said it's live right now? Okay. Let's see if I can bring it in. And we'll I guess start the segment, man. But you know what? I want to finish what I was saying first. Let's do this. So this is from Pride of Detroit. It's a lot of stuff to talk about today, but it feels good to talk about winning. Now, the Chargers didn't do us any help yesterday. Who else was like, man, I don't know why the Chargers have Chase McBurger-Daniels, but when he went in, if Justin Herbert doesn't get cracked in the head and almost decapitated, then I think the Chargers win that game. They get 7 instead of 3, and they win against the San Francisco 49ers last night. That hurt them, and that kind of hurt us as well. San Francisco was not going to lose the 7th spot, but they would have been 4-5 instead of 5-4, and it would have been easier for us to do. They would have been 1 game back instead of 2. Now the Detroit Lions are 2 games back. Also, the raggedy Dallas Cowboys. Dallas still stinks. Shout out to Philly 500. Dallas Cowboys did not do what they needed to do, was dominating that game, and then gave it away. Mike McCarthy couldn't get the revenge game, and they lost. So Green Bay, Big Head Mars Attack, is ahead of us at 4-6. And is it just me? Is it just me, y'all? Okay? Or did y'all see the interview with Aaron Rodgers yesterday? we're, we're not out of it. They counted us out. I was like, somebody get this man some tissue. Somebody get Big Head Mars Attack some tissue. Looking all sad. Yeah, they've counted us out. Bro, nobody has ever counted you out. Shut up. Shut your mouth. I can't stand. Listen, I'm talking low because my wife is at work. I can't stand Aaron Rodgers. It was relax. It was RELAX. Relax. It was we're gonna run a table. We're gonna run a table. Now it's people counting us out. Shut up. Shut up. But he won yesterday. And he got them sad puppy dog eyes, and he just won. That's what I hear when I hear Stewie from Family Guy. Wham. That's all he does. Gets on my nerve. Zay says, yeah. They still got Titans and the Eagles. Oh, yeah, we doing that game on Thursday night on the Gridiron Blitz. Nate says the bum Cowboys didn't help. Yeah, I heard Dak threw 2 interceptions. Yeah, Zay. Of course people are going to count you out. What happened to the Packers? So we didn't get any help from those 2 teams yesterday. And it's a long shot. Now, I don't know what the odds are yet, okay? But check this out. This is from Pride of Detroit, and this is from this morning. You know what? Maybe I should make this a segment because y'all don't believe in me. But I will say this, y'all. I will say this. It kind of does annoy me a little bit watching people parade the word playoffs around. Parade. And you know what I'm going to do, y'all? You know what I'm going to do? I'm about to turn a new page today. What's up, Nick? I'm turning a new page, and that is, it is so many wishy-washy content creators on this platform that I'm going to live and die from this day forward by what I say. If I say something, I'm going to live and die by it. 100%. I'm going to go down on that sword. It's many more more optimistic creators than me. Some of them are outlandish. Some of them are maybe spiked the Kool-Aid a little too hard. But I'm going to stop. Like, this team get me emotional, and I change my view, right? But I'm not going to change it. Now, I'm not saying the Lions going to make the playoffs, but let's just can we just give your boy a round of applause? Can we do that? Because I've been saying since my prediction in the season right now was that the Lions would be 3-6. Y'all remember that? Now, listen, I had the Lions winning this weekend. I had them losing to Buffalo. I had them beating the Jacksonville Jaguars. Okay? Coming into the Jacksonville game, the Lions were going to be 4-7. They would go 5-7 after they beat Jacksonville. Okay, going a 5-game streak. Now, before you come and ask me what I've been smoking, right? I know that that's unlikely. All right, but we got 2 under our belt. Who's to say we can't get a 3rd? Nick says 2 weeks ago, some creators were talking draft, and now they talking playoffs. Hey, Nick, that's facts, bro. When I saw that, because I still watch. I'm going to keep it a buck. I still watch. And when I saw it, I threw up in my mouth a little bit. But we're not going to talk about that, though. We're going to say that for the Gridiron Blitz. But just like I know they watch, because we can't help it, y'all. We love our team, and we watch everybody. But according to Pride of Detroit, and you know what? Let's do this. Let me just record this segment just in case I'm feeling a little frisky. So according to Pride of Detroit, and again, I'm talking low because my wife is at work. She works from home. Need to talk low. I be getting, ridiculous. Check this out. As it stands, the Lions are 3-6. They are a game and a half out of the playoffs. At 3-6, the Lions are a game and a half out of the playoffs. They'll have to contend with the Packers, 4-6. Thank you, Dallas Cowboys. The Rams, 3-6. Oh, mind you, we have a better record than the Rams right now. The Rams are picking 7. We're picking 11. 49ers, 5-4. Thank you, Justin Herbert. Still a stud. Commanders, 5-4. Shout out to the Philadelphia Eagles later tonight. The Falcons, 4-6, and the Cardinals, 4-6. With the exception of the Niners, all of those teams have losing records. The Lions can definitely pull ahead of some of these teams if they keep performing the way that they are. Now, this comes from Mike Payton. I'll just read this other part. The good news for the Lions is that they have a remaining schedule that's much easier than their first 9 games. They have very winnable games left, like the Jaguars, 3-7. Oh, yeah. Remember, the Jaguars were doing better than us, but the rebuild is further. Panthers, 3-7. Packers, 4-6. And Bears, 3-7. Let's not forget, we got the Bears at home. We got the Jacksonville Jaguars. I believe that game is at home as well. There's really hard games against the Bills. Are there now? And the Vikings. I would have to disagree with that too. And some medium hard games against the Jets, 3-6, and the Giants, 7-2. I was watching the Giants highlights last night because that's what I do to catch up on the NFL. I can't watch all 16 games every week. And you know what I thought of? I thought of Jared Goff when I saw Daniel Jones. And this is a whole nother conversation. I don't want to go down that. I know how you guys feel about Jared Goff. And we'll see what happens this offseason. But even if Jared Goff is a game manager like Daniel Jones, who has much more mobility, we know that. But the Giants didn't even pick up his 5th-year option. He's literally playing for a contract with some team, whether it's with the Giants or with somewhere else. If we can stop Saquon Barkley, they lost one of their wide receivers, if I'm not mistaken. Kenny Galladay is a non-factor, but there are some studs that we got to watch out for. Kenny Galladay was not even part of the highlight reel yesterday. So, I have always said that it's not over till it's over. We were 1-6, and I was still saying this. Yeah, Daniel Jones is a nightmare. That fool, but he always trips at the end. We got to watch out for him. Not as much as Justin. One thing about Daniel can't create like Justin can. He just be doing some Marcus Mariota stuff with that ball. If this game was at home, I would feel much more comfortable. But listen, I had the Lions going 2-2 throughout the month of November, and that's exactly what they'll be minimum. Now, as far as the Buffalo Bills, well, we're actually going to talk about them in the last segment of the day, the NFL segment. The Buffalo Bills they're in a little bit of trouble right now. The 3 losses that they have, Josh Allen, well, we'll talk about, I will save that for the segment. However, the game this week is huge. Okay, so Mike concludes with this. He said, I think the question here shouldn't be, can the Lions win out? The question should be, can the Lions win just enough? All the Lions have to do is win enough games and hope the teams ahead of them just lose enough games. A 9-8 record could be very well enough to slip into the wild card spot. First of all, it absolutely will. That means going 6-2 down the stretch. That's a tall order. But it's not all crazy talk to think the Lions can do it. But he does say this. He concludes and says, why it's an overreaction. There's no secret that he should have put, I'm an, but he didn't. He said, there's no secret that I'm optimist and a believer. Who wouldn't want the great story that is 1-6, the 1-6 Lions turning it all around and making the playoffs? It's the kind of thing that Disney movies are about. Well, listen. I ain't going to go that far, but I have been speaking for the last 2 weeks that the Lions can make a run like they did in 2015. They went 6-2 in 2015. I'm actually surprised he didn't reference that season then. I'm not saying that this is going to happen, but what I'm saying is if the Lions did what they did yesterday and the game before, and they win games, nothing is out of the question. And if there's going to be a year that this happens, it will be this year. Because next year will be much more competitive, and we won't be having these conversations. So let me know. What do you think? Are you starting to go down the playoff yellow brick road, or are you still on the best possible draft pick? Let me know. All right, what's up, fellas? In the chat, we talking about Daniel Jones. Dan just said he wasn't aware of Frank wearing a walking boot, his left foot, I guess. Oh, can we talk about this, man? Shout out to Mr. Poole, and I'm trying to get in touch with this guy. We talked about fan bases, and I think that the Detroit Lions fans, we're used to being humble because we are the bottom feeders of the NFL. Now that time is changing. But yesterday I heard it's funny watching other fan bases cry, right? So we're on the humble side. Not only is it the fact that we lose a lot, right? Not only that. It's the fact that it's the city that we're from. And even if you're a Lions fan and you came from the city and you live like a caller, moved from Detroit, or you are outside of the city, you know what? Let's do this because it's going to be a good one. We're talking about Lions fans versus other fan bases. And what I saw yesterday in my chat was pathetic, but what I saw today was even worse. Shout out to Mr. Poole. Sent me a video of a young man I'm trying to get in touch with because I would like to interview this guy. The Bears fans, he got pushed by a Bears fan and went down two flights of stairs, but he might have meant 2 rows. It's about a 25-second video you guys can watch on Twitter. The fan gets pushed down after celebrating in exuberant fashion his team upsetting the Chicago Bears. Because let's be real, that game was what upsets are made of. We were underdogs going in. We were down. The Lions did something they haven't done in 30 years. When trailing by 14 points in the fourth quarter, they came back and won a game. And I think that not only are Lions fans, we don't know what winning feels like, so that keeps us humble, right? We're not arrogant like Packers fans and Rams fans and all these other Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, Dallas still stinks. But we're also, I think that if you're a Lions fan, you embrace what this city is about. Because let's be real, fellas. Why would you choose to be a Lions fan? Why would you pick this team, the bottom feeders of the NFL for the last 50-plus years? Why would you choose this team? Maybe some of you didn't. But if you did choose this team, it's because what you have inside of you. It's because of who you are as a person. It's because you represent what the city of Detroit does. We are blue collar, blue chip, hard workers. And it was disgusting to see the Bears fan base react. Nate says blue collar and getting it out the mud. That's right, Nate. What I call it, from the dirt. There's a song by Jay-Z. It's called Somehow, Some Way. And there's a line in that song that says, I deserve every blessing I receive. I'm from the dirt. I repeat that back in my head. That's why I get so emotional watching these games. Because this city, this team is so much more than just an NFL football team. But there's a reason that our fans are not like any of the fans. We can chop it up with you. We can chop it up. We get talked about when our team lose. And guess what we do? We wear that stuff proudly. When I went to California to watch the Lions play the Rams, and I tell this story over and over because it means a lot. I was there for 5 days. Every single day, I had on a different Lions shirt. Not one time the entire trip did I hear anyone say, whose house? Not a single time. But I promise you this, every single day, at least one person said, go Lions. Would yell it from wherever they are. In the mall, I'm walking past people, go Lions. I'm on the beach, go Lions. I saw a guy who lives in a $1 million home off of Santa Monica Beach. I forgot the name of the street. last corner, as I'm walking up to his house, he has a blue awning and blue umbrellas on his patio. It's like, wouldn't that be a trip if you're a Lions fan? Him and his family are out on the patio. I walk closer, and what do I see? Lions gear on their it's the day before the game, and him and his daughter, his son, got on Lions gear. We lost the next day, but we still here. And I thought it was a disgrace to not be able to take a loss like a winner. And listen, Lions fans, when we lose, it hurts, right? But when we win, it feels great. And that's why I can't stand the word tanking and believe that loss is going to accomplish anything. And I guarantee you, when we win, not if, when we win, I think that for us, it's going to be nothing but praise of how we took this. No, we're not going to destroy the city. We're not going to do all that stuff. But we're going to celebrate, and we're going to rep this city proud, man. 100%. So if anybody knows this Bear fans, they got pushed down 2 rows of stairs, let me know. Because me, I'm charging them. I'm charging them. Hey, touch me and I'll sue. All right, we got some comments. Okay, let me see. Blue collar getting out of the mud. It's because the Detroit Lions are the city of underdogs. Dave, that's facts. Goff is only going to get better when Josh Reynolds, DJ Chark, and Jamison Williams enters the lineup. Trinity Benson, I have no update on him, but I guess he got punched in the throat yesterday. Did not know that. I thought he was maybe acting a little bit. Then I thought it was his bottom half, but apparently they punched their brother in the throat. I got to see it again. Nick says it was a Bears fan, TikToker, who brought his friend to the game, who was a Lions fan. That sucks, man. What's up, Lion King? Good to see you, man. Win 6 games this year when we have the easiest schedule in the NFL, just to be disappointed when we have 3 wins next year. Come on, Hungry. Come on, bro. Okay, now I see. Rams fan, but follow the Lions because of Goff. Hey, Chris, that's what's up, man. Hey, Chris, you one of the few people that still respect your old quarterback, bro. And this dude, he got a Super Bowl winning team. Zay says, Grid, do you think at the end of the year the Rams pick will be higher than the Lions? I think it will, to be honest. You know what? Zay? That's a fantastic question, bro. Y'all giving me segment ideas. Real talk. Because this channel blowing up, man. This channel is blowing up. I got to tell y'all, man. Y'all know I'm not really doing this, but I want to say it. Lions Mania, I was just about to bring them up, says I just unsubscribed from Mover Sports. Well, I found out today, and I got a little nervous. I got a little scared, okay? Because one thing that we talked about was mainstream media, okay? And we talked about, when I was in these other groups, right? We talked about grassroots and mainstream media. And I see that Woodward Sports has partnered up with, I guess, Fox or something. And that's what's up. That's what's up. But it got me thinking. It got me a little worried about their content. It got me worried about their content. And I'm like, oh, boy. Oh, boy. Who's your Gaddy says you're literally one of only 2 Lions Center content creators I watch. Hey, Gaddy, that's a big deal, man. Hope you ain't puffing up my head. But guess what? Even if you are, it's cool. It's cool because I realized last year when I came back from California that I was made to be in this space. I got distracted by beef. I got distracted by people's ego. I got distracted by hate. And I let myself get chased out of doing something I love. And last year when I started this brand, the Syndicate brand, it all took off. And we got another Syndicate launching on, it doesn't matter to this group, but we got another channel launching Monday, Miami Dolphins. My group is building something, man. We're all a team, and we want the same thing. We want to be the fans. You know what our tagline is? A fan-driven brand. We want to be Chat Sports and them guys. They're not fans. They get paid to do a job. We do a job and get paid. We're getting paid to be a fan. But I'm not here to rag on Woodward Sports. But I mean, in some way, they inspired me. In some way, they inspired me. You know why? Because this was supposed to be our space. And most of you guys know what I'm talking about. Most of you guys who've been around for a while know what I'm talking about. And I'm not talking about a certain person, like group of people. I'm saying this was supposed to be homegrown from YouTubers already doing it, not people that had nothing to do. Because listen, I'm going to keep it a buck, and then we're going to get off this because if we going to get off, I'm not trying to bring beef. Y'all notice how they got YouTubers to come on their streams when they first started? They got a lot of YouTubers to come on their streams, and it's only been a few that you've seen since. But anyway, enough about those guys. Enough about those guys. Zay, that's a fantastic question. So let me pull this up, and then we'll start a new segment. But I wanted to say we got down that rabbit hole because I wanted to say thank you. We're at 350 subscribers. This video, this channel is a month old, and we're just getting started. It's not just going to be Lions. It's hard finding creators that have the same mindset as you do. And I might collaborate with a couple guys, couple Detroit Lions guys, but I'm looking to get in this space, but I need more content creators. I don't have them yet. So I'm on the hunt now. So one thing about me, man, when I put my mind to something, I go after it. So Zay asked a really good question. By the way, if you're rooting for a team, you are rooting for the Philadelphia Eagles tonight. That's what you're doing. Okay, let me do this so I can go here, and I want to make this a segment. Zay, you brilliant, bro. Appreciate this segment. Now, the only problem here is, okay, I got to go to the official website. All right. Man, John Wofford. Oh, he put up 17 points yesterday. One thing I don't like about the NFL website is you can't see the schedule of every team, like game by game. You have to go week by week. It takes you to their regular website. All right, it says I'm here. What's up? They're just frauds. They aren't telling you the facts, just clickbait. I've been telling people Adam Modine is a joke. He might honestly be the hey Lions. He is worse than Mike Valenti, but I'm starting to think that he does that for. I think it's a skit. It's like a manufactured personality because he knows that brings conflict. He knows conflict brings views. Now you seem like a real dog and give valid criticism and praise. Hey, appreciate that, bro. I like Micro Mike as a person. I really do. It's just a shame. Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. We already know. We already know. All right. So here we go. Let's do this. All right. So my guy Zay been repping Syndicate Sports Detroit, Gridiron Blitz, Detroit Lions Syndicate. He been repping, man. Appreciate all my people out there everywhere, man. Appreciate the support. And he has a question that I think would be a great segment. He asked a little while ago, he says, Grid, do you think at the end of the year the Rams pick will be higher than the Lions? I think it will, to be honest. Well, for those of you who don't know this, the Lions currently pick 11th, and the LA Rams, the Super Bowl champion, LA Rams are picking 7. So currently it's higher. Now the question is, at the end of the year, will it be higher than the Detroit Lions? We've already gone over the Lions' schedule over the next 8 games. And it's definitely easier than the first 9 for sure. Lions have 8 games left. The Rams are also sitting at 3-6. They also have 8 games left. Coming off a loss yesterday, John Wofford was able to put up 17, but I don't think the game was as close as it wind up saying it was. Okay? Now, the Rams have 9 games left, and I'm trying to see what they are. The San Francisco 49ers have owned them. They lost to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are currently on a 3-game losing streak. Their last win was against the Carolina Panthers in Week 6, October 16th. The Rams' remaining schedule: the New Orleans Saints, the Kansas City Chiefs, the Seattle Seahawks, the Vegas Raiders, the Green Bay Packers, the Denver Broncos, the Chargers, and they end at the Seattle Seahawks. Now, Mania, I did not. We are going to get into that after this. So let's go over this again. The question is, at the end of the year, do you believe that the LA Rams will have a higher draft pick than the Detroit Lions? Currently, the Rams pick 7 heading into Week 11, and the Detroit Lions pick 11 heading into Week 11. The remaining schedule, they play in New Orleans, the New Orleans Saints. At Arrowhead Stadium, they play the Kansas City Chiefs. Oh, and let's not forget that Matthew Stafford's favorite target, Cooper Kupp, is going to be out. According to Sean McVay from last night, he said they avoided worst case scenario, but it doesn't look good and it didn't sound good. Matthew Stafford's Cooper Kupp is the Rams offense. I don't know where Van Jefferson has been. Robert, what's his name? The dude from the Bears? Allen Robinson is a non-factor. So, here's my prediction. Okay? Let me know y'all thoughts in the comments below. Rams have 8 games left. They play the Saints on the road, the Chiefs on the road, the Seattle Seahawks at home, the Raiders at home, Green Bay on the road, Denver at home, and they conclude, then they play the Chargers at home, and then Seattle on the road with the 12th man. All right, so no Cooper Kupp, at least for, let's just say, the foreseeable future. All right, here's my prediction. I think the Saints could upset them. They will lose to the Chiefs. They will beat the Raiders. They will lose to the Packers. Oh, man, having to choose between Matthew Stafford and Aaron Rodgers? Barf. I think the Chargers are going to beat them. Keenan Allen will be back. Mike Williams will be back. I think they lose to Seattle. I think they lose to Seattle twice. They lose to the Packers. They lose to the Chargers. I'm sorry, that was the preseason. They lose to Seattle. They lose to the Chargers. Seattle twice, the Chargers, Green Bay, for sure. Kansas City. How many losses is that? Seattle twice, Green Bay, Chargers, Kansas City. Man, that means they have 3 wins left? 3 wins? 6-11. 6-11. Maybe 5-12, depending on what the Saints could do. If they lose to the Saints and Cooper Kupp is done for a month plus, they're going 5-11. And wouldn't that be magnificent? And guess what? And I'm going to say something that's about to cook y'all. All right? Not y'all in the chat, but listen to this back on playback. Y'all ready? Next time when they ask you where you from, you're going to tell them Detroit City, where we get you back on your feet. All you LA Rams, fake Detroit Rams fans. Well. You got to have your cake and eat it too, now don't you? Last year, you were rooting for Matthew Stafford to win. And this year, you could care less. And they might pick higher than your Detroit Lions. Ain't that about a trip? It must be nice to be a Detroit Rams fan. Must be nice. Your old quarterback wins a chip, and then he pick higher than your actual team. Y'all should be ashamed of yourself. The audacity to call yourself a Detroit Lions fan, and you're rooting for Detroit Rams. Must feel great. What if Matthew Stafford picks? But instead of rooting for him last year to lose, so maybe we could get 2 top 10 picks. No, you don't do that now, do you? You want your empty Super Bowl. Oh, hey, listen, Detroit Rams fans, how does it feel? this empty Super Bowl. How does being a Detroit Rams fan feel right now? You got a Lombardi? Did you go to the parade? And you want to rag on your team for doing for being bad? Come on, man. This segment got out of control because I looked at this and saying that the Rams could go 5-12 or 6-11, no Cooper Kupp, but this team just won a Super Bowl. So wouldn't that be a trip, even if it's one pick higher than the Detroit Lions, that you got your cake and you got to eat it too? But guess what? We didn't. So let me know in the comments below, man. And if you are a Detroit Rams fan, get out of my chat or my comment section. Well, that turned hostile real quick. I'm looking at this man and I'm saying, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me, bro? Wow. As I start reading this out and saying, wait a minute. You have got to be kidding me. This team, you got to celebrate with Matthew and Kelly and Cooper Kupp and Aaron Rodgers and Mr. Les Snead, forget those picks. And now you get to celebrate again because his team is garbage. Now listen to this, y'all. Let's talk about this. And somebody brought up something. We're going to bring up something else too. But listen to what I'm saying. We've been talking about how the Lions are right there, right? Right there. We Dan Campbell, we're right there. I believe we got the guys. Jared Goff, we're not going there. We already are, right? They did something they haven't done in 30 years, come back from 14 in the fourth quarter. They did something they haven't done in 2 years. Two things they haven't done in 2 years. Went on the road and win it 2 games in a row. What's up, August? What's going on, man? Rams don't need to win, but I'm rooting for Stafford to get those stats. Oh, Stafford's solidified, bro. He's the same quarterback he's always been. Now he has a Super Bowl. So Stafford's place is secure, bro. He's not going to go down. He can only go up. But I'm reading this, man, and I'm just like, wow. So you get the Les Snead said, forget them picks, but we're saying that we're right there. The team is saying we're right there, but we can't win, right? The LA Rams are a fine example of what happens when you build a team and you sell out. The Rams sold out, and Jared Goff was part of that. He was on the receiving end or the sending end. He got sent away. They sold out for Matthew Stafford. He was the piece they needed, but it wasn't just him. Aaron Donald, no Odell. Cooper Kupp has been the only. Von Miller made a colossal difference. Colossal difference. So it wasn't just Matthew Stafford. It was not just Matthew Stafford, just like it's not just Jared Goff. The Rams did what the Lakers did in the NBA. It's that LA spotlight. He got what they wanted. But I tell you what, they ain't going to be on that boat this year. There's not going to be a LA parade this year, and that's for sure. Now, it's 2 more things I want to talk about, and we'll wrap up today. Appreciate y'all. I gotta make a video for my other channel. Just got a lot of work to do, but it's part of the business, man. Appreciate y'all's support. Now, well. Okay. We talked about the Green Bay Packers earlier in the segment. We talked about the Green Bay Packers earlier in today's show. And shout out to my guy, Mr. Poole. But there's a guy who used to be a Detroit Lions coach who is now employed by the Green Bay Packers. Does anybody know his name? Does anybody know his name? Now, you can look at this 2 ways. Katie says, Aubrey, AP, Lions Mania says yes. Aubrey Pleasant does not have an official title with the Green Bay Packers, but he is now going to be part of the Packers organization. Did not tell y'all last week. Somebody, you know what? Somebody put some respect on my name. Somebody put some respect on my name. Matter of fact, I do it myself.
Whoa, I want you to put it out. Put some respect on it. Listen, when you say my name, put some respect on it. I ain't playing with y'all. Put some respect on it. And I ain't gonna say it. And I ain't gonna say it no more.
Whoa, is we finished? My voice is shot from yesterday. I usually can hit that note. Listen, Aubrey Pleasant did not tell y'all last week. I told you last week that he was going to get back at us. Now, him and Matt LaFleur, they got a history. They were together. Okay? They spent some time together. But I told you that he was going to get back at us. Now, you can say one of two things. We started winning when he got fired. Yeah, we did. Jeff Okudah got his first pick six ever, and his first pick six basically since year one. I mean, his first pick. Amani's a ghost, by the way. I told y'all that he was going to get back at us. Now, he has or will be hired by the Green Bay Packers. He has no official title yet, but it will be on offense. He's going to be in the offense. I believe, according to the article that I read, he started on offense. He just has spent the last 10 years on defense. But he's going to be on the offensive side of the ball. Now, you know the first thing that I thought, right? The first thing that I thought was, well. We got to play them in Week 18. It's in Lambeau. We're going to see Aubrey Pleasant on the sidelines. And what if that game means something? What if it means something for the Lions? What if it means something for the Packers? I hope it does not mean something for the Packers because I am sick to death of Big Head Mars attack. However, he is going to be part of the Packers organization. Nick says probably passing game coordinator. Lions says, yeah, maybe an assistant head coach to Matt LaFleur. But it really doesn't matter, does it? He could be the towel boy. He could be the towel boy. He knows the ins and outs, just like T.J. Hockenson. And you better believe he going to say something. Katie says AP and GB feels weird, so weird. Gone to a divisional rival, it just feels like a slap to us. Well, we did fire him, bro. So he should be slapping. And he was probably scapegoated. Now, you could say that we've gone undefeated since he got fired. You could say that, and it's true. 2-0 since Aubrey Pleasant was fired. But was he the problem? Says, but also like we could just smile through it because the secondary has played well since he got scapegoated. It's a lot to unpack in that statement, Katie, but I think all you said is facts. No real explanation except we just needed to change. Even Deshaun Elliott said somebody got to go. Speaking of Deshaun Elliott, hope the man is okay. He about to be a meme, a safety getting trashed by a quarterback, but I hope the young man is okay. Nick says undefeated since we traded Hockenson. That's facts, 100%. Can't wait to see his interview. Seeing him in that gold and green is going to be vomit-inducing. But hey, can't be worse than seeing Matthew Stafford in gold and blue. Ugh, but what do you guys think, man? AP getting hired. At first I thought, oh, man, this is definitely a get back. But then I realized that him and LaFleur had some a history. Yeah, because they're going to ask him about getting let go by the Lions. Yeah, and Deshaun Elliott took a major shot. I hope he's okay. He seemed to be okay, but he's in protocol for sure. So hopefully he can come out like Kirby did and be okay because we need him. we need him in the secondary. But let me know, how do you feel about AP going to GB, and how do you think that's going to affect Week 18? It's crazy. But, man, so much to unpack the Sunday after football, man. Aaron Rodgers had some harsh words for LaFleur, and the camera was all on it. All on it, man. It's crazy. It's like, man, the NFL films, they don't miss nothing. And I'm going to tell you what. If I'm the head coach, ain't nobody talking to me like that. I told y'all that Aaron Rodgers was running that team, and he's going to be a problem. I know when Aaron Rodgers leaves, you're going to hear all type of stuff come out of LaFleur's mouth about that man. About that man. Now, T-State Code says we should have J-Mo against the Vikings. That is week 14. Week 14. So 11, 12, and 13. So that would be after we play the Jaguars at home against the Vikings. I can see that. I tell you what. Anybody that doesn't think he should play, he absolutely should. He is going to be a difference maker. Nate says indifferent. AP to GB just gives more fuel to the fire. We're going to get him again. Rodgers not going to blow that whole place up with his attitude. Rodgers is going to blow that whole place up with his attitude. Yeah. I think all of that has been masked by the fact that they win. 13-3. LaFleur's first 3 years, 13-4. His third. This is the worst record that he will have as head coach of the Green Bay Packers. Now, let's conclude the show with this right here. Because I was thinking about this yesterday. I like to talk NFL, you know what I'm saying? And it's kind of intriguing as to what is happening and why I have said for the longest that the Detroit Lions, they need to win. But before we do that, hey, listen. Hey, man, listen. I don't want to go down this hole, all right, because we got some guys in here, and it can get real crazy. So make sure you guys comment, and I know I'm responsible for this, but you can't. It's kind of a shame. So I know that I'm kind of bringing this upon myself. But it's completely insane to me how I wake up to and I'm looking up NFL news, and what do I see? Tom Brady's ex-wife has been photographed dating. That's all I'll say about that. I mean, it's a lot to take in. It's a lot to take out, but TMZ is undefeated. Like, undefeated, man. They had to have – these people are in Costa Rica, and they had to have people follow them on a island and with the best zoom lens possible. Unreal, man. It's just crazy. Like, let the people breathe. Never, ever liked them. Can't stand them. I always thought it's crazy that it's somebody's job to be a troll. Like, somebody gets paid to stalk people. That's anyway. All right, so the last segment of the day will be a general NFL segment. And y'all know how I do and how we bring it in. So let me do this. We're going to fade this away. And first of all, shout out to Jeff Saturday getting the dub yesterday. Jeff Saturday with the dub. But I wanted to talk about what is going on with, that's loud. What is going on with the Buffalo Bills? Okay. The Buffalo Bills went from Super Bowl contenders to third in their division. They're behind the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. Now imagine if the Detroit Lions can beat the Buffalo Bills. Oh my God, the entire world will implode. Justin Jefferson is a monster. And if Jameson Williams can be anything like Justin Jefferson, oh boy, The NFL is going to be scared for years to come. The Buffalo Bills have a problem that they need to get right. Now, I hope that that is not my team that the Buffalo Bills get right against. Now, we have them in 2 weeks, or I should say in 10 days. 10 days from now, a week from Thursday, we take on the Buffalo Bills at home on Thanksgiving Day. Starts off the Thanksgiving trifecta of games. KD says, I was already hyped after our game. The Bills and Vikings finished and sent me into overdrive. Bruh. What happened there? Now, the good news is Josh Allen has taken responsibility 100% for the Bills' loss yesterday with the bobbled snap and the critical second red zone interception. Threw it right to Patrick Peterson, who is a year or two away from going to a retirement home. And the question is, what is wrong with the Buffalo Bills? They are now third in their division. And if I read the stat correctly, their 3 losses have all had one thing in common, at least, that Josh Allen has thrown a red zone interception. And yesterday he threw 2. Now, I'm going to keep it a buck. Do I think the Vikings are that good? Absolutely not. However, they've got Justin Jefferson and Dalvin Cook still doing their things. Those are 2 guys running the ball and passing the ball that you have to be worried about 100%. Okay? Do I believe that Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills are the real deal? Their defense, first 4 weeks in the league, was number 1. But we've seen these dual threat quarterbacks, mobile quarterbacks, make dumb decisions. And I believe that's why that's the negative when you have a mobile quarterback. Sometimes they do too much. Josh Allen was magnificent and then a doofus. He fumbles the ball, lets the Vikings score, take the lead. Okay? Then he drives with less than a minute left to get his team in field goal range. The defense comes out and does their job, and this guy marches his team down the field to throw an interception. Game sealing to probably the oldest player on the team, Patrick Peterson. Mr. Poole says the officials gave them the game. See, I didn't see it. You're talking about that catch? Are you talking about the catch that I guess like I said, I was watching it, but I was doing a couple things at a time. Zay says, read my last. About Dable, it's not about dual threat. It's Josh trusts his arm too much. Okay. All right. Zay, couldn't you say that about a lot of them? Justin Fields, bonehead decision yesterday, cost them the game. Another thing, too, I hate to do this, but this ain't about my Lions, but I'm going to bring this in. I don't hear anybody ripping up Mr. Fields. Sounds weird saying, because that's my name. I don't hear anybody ripping him up. I don't hear anybody ripping up Josh Allen for the bonehead throws that they made yesterday. But let that be Jared Goff, and y'all ready to march this man right out of town. But that's a whole different segment. His elbow had a big effect on yesterday's game, for sure. Okay, Nate. Possibly. But at the same time, they were up by 17 points. Wasn't it 27-10? 17-10. And this is with the bum. And so let me ask you a question. Do you think his elbow had anything to do with his 2 interceptions? That's the question that I want to know. Now, the Bills are now third in their respective division. And as far as the playoffs, they've fallen tremendously. And I'll put the question out to the chat and to the the viewers to leave in the YouTube comment section with this video. Do you believe that the Buffalo Bills are still Super Bowl contenders with their recent skid? Katie says it's a simple bump in the road for the Bills. They'll get right eventually, hopefully against the Patriots in Week 13. Wouldn't mind them playing sloppy when Thanksgiving rolls around. Nate says, nah, he forced those and he had the win in his back. Zay said, yes. Lions Media says, the game was too perfect, man. The way it ended was crazy. Sir Ken says, I never thought the Bills were a contender. Overhyped. All right, so the Bills are now sixth in the AFC playoff race behind the Chiefs and the Dolphins, who, mind you, are undefeated since the return of Tua. Undefeated in the 4 games that Tua has been back. Or 3 games. 5, 6, nope, 4 games. They were 3-3, right? Whatever it is. But they're undefeated. Titans, number 3. The Ravens, number 4. Wild card, the Jets, the Bills. And the Patriots find a way to finagle their way into the playoffs. Yeesh. Yes, Nick, there you go. And that is the stat I was looking for that I could not find, but I read it earlier. I appreciate you, big dog. Says the Bills have 4 straight games without scoring a second half offensive touchdown. And that is an absolute problem. 100%. And that's why I said what I said about, do you think they're still Super Bowl contenders? That might have been the stat I was referring to when I said that that's what their losses have in common. They have not scored in the second half a touchdown in 4 straight games. They let the Vikings storm back yesterday at home with that crazy Buffalo crowd behind them. Something is wrong in Buffalo, and they need to fix it. Isn't it ironic that you have the 4 falls of Buffalo, and this has probably been one of the most overhyped teams since Josh Allen has become quarterback? Think about that. And I think, man, if they collapse here, somebody going to be in trouble. But let me know. If they collapse here, should Sean McDermott be fired? Let me know. But yeah, Dern, you are late, my brother. You late now. But hey, listen, I appreciate y'all. We had a really good show. Kind of bounced all over the place, but that's cool. Sometimes you need to do that. Man, Lions are in a prime position. And we'll just wrap the show up by saying this. They need to win. They did what they needed to do yesterday. They controlled what they could control. And they need to, let me fade back. Okay. I don't know why that pops up when they need to control what they need to control. But this coming week is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult. They got a massive task in front of them. Okay. They have to beat the New York Giants, who have not lost in quite some time, right? They came back and beat the Ravens. Now, just to be clear, I truly believe with yesterday's showing, I know the Bears aren't a good team. I know they are. They're not. But we played well against good teams, meaning we battled the Vikings. We should have won that game. We battled the Seahawks, these are division leaders we're talking about. The Seahawks lead the West. The Eagles lead the East. Okay, and the Vikings lead the North. And we should have beat all of those teams, really. Right? One stop, 2 stops away. Kent came in and said earlier the Lions could be 8-1. Should be 8-1. I'm not going to disagree with that. I think at least 6-3, 7-2. Which we would, man, could you imagine? Could you imagine? But the Lions have a tough road ahead. And I'm going to be real with you. The last two wins were super duper important. All right? They were important. And not just playoffs, but for psyche, value, all that stuff. Okay? Hey, Dern, we ragging on a team much better than ours, bro, but Josh Allen is a problem right now. And let's be real. The Buffalo Bills are 3 wins better. I wouldn't call that much. No second half touchdowns in 4 games. Sounds a lot like a stat we've been through before. Joshua says crickets, grid. Yeah, I need to put that on a shirt. But listen, coming up, again, if you're rooting for anyone, you're going to root for the Eagles today. That should be it. I think that's going to be a good game. But check it out. Week 11. Okay? Here's how this thing is going to go. This is a brutal schedule. Meaning it's a weird week for the Detroit Lions. Hold on, y'all. My ear was itching. I had to take off these headphones. Did anybody check out Pick a Side podcast? Okay, what's up, man? Okay, the shooter. I hope that's, you mean like in a COD game, bro. Says, do you think the Lions will make the playoffs? We're talking about that right now. If they go 9-8, yes, they could possibly get in at 8-9, but they got a massive road ahead of them. They have 8 games left, and I think the worst they could do is 5-3. But this week is very crucial, very, very crucial for this week. It's like, I think it's probably like the most kind of change. It's a unique week. All right, the Tennessee Titans. And I'm talking about for the Detroit Lions. The Tennessee Titans go to Lambeau, and they face the Green Bay Packers. Now, I think the Titans can win that game. I don't think the Green Bay Packers can stop Derrick Henry, who the Titans need to give the ball. Now, this is where it gets weird at. Y'all ready? Now, tell me in the chat, when I say rooting, I'm not saying rooting. Who are you predicting? Who would you rather see get the dub? How about that? Because rooting means you're actively rooting for a team to win. Who would you rather see get the dub? All right? These games are crucial. It's a mess. Mark Davis supports McDaniels. Well, they about to keep losing. That's wow.
Oh, my God.
Wow. And y'all want to sell the Fords. He needed, I almost said something. Lions Mania, there are 7 spots. All righty. Well, Hungry Panda Studios. There you go. Yep. Golf. But you're not gonna say that about you're not gonna say that Hungry Panda about Josh Allen, right? 2 red zone interceptions. I am not a golf slappy, but I want you to put that same heat on everybody else. Justin Fields, Josh Allen, put it on everyone. I swear to it's like we pick out this man for no reason. No reason. Us being down had nothing to do with Jared Goff. Our defense literally can't stop on a regular basis anyone. I don't understand. If you don't like the man, fine. But spread the hate. Spread the hate around. Give it to Josh Allen. Give it to Patrick Mahomes. Give it to everyone. Give it to Mr. Throw from My Cheeks, Marcus Mariota. I swear, it's like we just target this dude. But you know why? I get it. There you go. Galloping Lakes. Hit it on the head. You get the daily air horn. Says, you think the golf hate is because Stafford scorned us and left to L.A. Yes, that's why. Dern, I'm not talking about how good he is. What I'm saying is, if Josh Allen makes a bonehead play, bring that same heat to Josh Allen. That's what I'm saying, bro. And you know this ain't directed towards you. This is just me getting hype. What I'm not saying that, this is the comment. This is the comment that I'm responding to. Where was it at? Hungry Panda says down 24-10 and Goff throws an INT in the red zone. He got lucky with the BS flag, he says. So now he not only did he get lucky, but it was okay. Oh, right. You obviously Okay, so Hungry Panda's not a Lions fan because nobody is saying that was we not winning a playoff game as long as he here. Oh, right, because Matthew, what? Whoa. Wow, okay. So Matthew Stafford, the pick six king, goes to LA and he wins the Super Bowl. Wouldn't be bashing him if he wasn't getting $30 million a season. That's not his problem. I don't understand this. He didn't ask for 30. He didn't ask for it to be brought here. They didn't even tell him he was being traded. Y'all hate Goff. It's not okay. It's not okay. Does he lead the league in turnovers? Yes. Yes, he does. But when he does the same, when other quarterbacks do the same thing, I do not see all of this hate. Darn you, not you. You have a reasonable argument. Goff is not going to be the answer as long as he's here. Let me ask you, Darn, because you made this statement, and I want your opinion. What does Goff have to do? You said he's not the answer. Is there a answer to the question, or is that just a general statement? No, Darn, I know. I'm asking you because we talk about this a lot. So what I've been hearing is Goff. Somebody left in my comment section, Goff ain't it. Now I'm going to tell you, listen, I know that y'all have labeled people Goff slappies. I know what y'all feel about certain YouTube creators. David Pike, Detroit Lions Forum. I understand how y'all feel about other creators. I get it. I don't have any opinion on one or the other. Well, a couple of them I do, but he's not one of them. Okay? This is what I don't understand. Matthew Stafford chooses to leave. Y'all rather root for him. Josh Allen makes the same mistakes as Jared Goff, but Jared Goff. Jared Goff. Somebody in my comment section said Goff ain't it. Goff led a 91-yard drive. A 91-yard drive to take the lead. Goff is the one that sparked the Detroit Lions yesterday. You know who carried us? Amon-Ra. You know who sparked us? Jared Goff. You know who pumps our brakes or pumps this team? Who is the heartbeat? Jamal Williams. Don't let Goff get hurt. We will be devastated. Y'all will be devastated, Nate. But I called this junk. Every time he goes down, we say get up because the Lions went and got Nate Sudfeld. Listen. Okay, Mudbone, you are missing the point, bro. Listen, I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I want you to listen to my comment. I said, bring that same hate when the bonehead decisions. For all of this junk that Josh Allen is good at, what does he have to back him up in terms of win? Has the Buffalo Bills been to the Super Bowl? No, they have not. See, y'all want what you want. You want what you want. Seldom says, I think that Goff gets the heat because of how much money he makes and he's just serviceable and isn't a difference maker. That is a fair assessment, but that has nothing to do with him. That's like hating me because I'm black. It's the same thing. You prejudice against Goff, not you, Seldom, but your prejudice against Goff because of the money he makes. He didn't have anything to do with that. He signed that in LA. We took that on. Listen. I have never seen, and I'm going to get this. And listen, I wasn't trying to compare race. I'm saying prejudice. We are, now, listen, how many of y'all in the chat right now would be okay with Jared Goff if he was getting paid $8 million? If he restructured his contract, would you be okay with Goff? There you go. Hungry Pandas. There you go, bro. We should hate Goff. We should hate Holmes for getting Goff. There you go. If you're going to direct the hate, put it where it belongs. This is what, and we got to get off, bro. But this is what I don't understand. I just don't understand, man, how when I say we, I'm talking about the general. We're so desperate for a winner that we would rather follow Matthew Stafford because we didn't build around him. We rather follow Matthew Stafford because we didn't build around him. And as soon as Jared Goff gets here, every single loss is his fault. Every single loss is Jared Goff's fault. I have seen this with Matthew Stafford. But the hate that Jared Goff gets is just insane. All I gotta say, that's facts what you're saying, but Goff is 5-20 as a starter. You can't keep him from making that kind of money. We keep going back to the money, bro. And the money, okay, listen. Okay, I get what you're saying. Restructure. But can we listen like this? Okay? But you know what I find odd? This is what I find odd. I find this very, very odd. Okay? So after, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I gotta say something. I feel like that you have certain different teams out there. Okay? You're saying, literally, Les Snead said, forget them picks. They sold out. They got Matthew Stafford. But Matthew Stafford is showing you right now that it was not all him. He's showing you that right now. Oh, he's got tendonitis in his elbow. He's showing you right now that it's not all him. Odell Beckham Jr., Cooper Kupp, Cam Akers, Von Miller, Aaron Donald. But Matthew Stafford was the difference maker. Was he now? And we're saying that because wait a minute. We're saying that. Do you know who Sean McVay went up against? Joe Burrow. No offensive line and Jamar Chase, T. Higgins, Joe Mixon, all that. Did he go up against the greatest coach of all time? Who makes everyone look stupid? I don't listen. Y'all want to read it? Because I guarantee you, if he was getting paid $1, y'all remember RoboCop? I'll buy that for $1. Y'all remember that? I'll buy that for $1. If Jared Goff was getting paid $1, it would just say, I'll buy that for $1. Jared Goff, it was all golf. Golf. You know what? I have come to the conclusion that we want to be miserable. That's what we want to do. We want to be miserable. We want to tank. Oh no, we get mad. Who else gets mad when their team wins? Lions fans. The only fans I know that get mad when their team win. You sound ridiculous. We can't even tank right? Is that a real thing, y'all? We can't tank right? Wow. So Stafford is proving to you right now with no Odell Beckham, no Cooper Kupp, no nothing, that he is the same person he is here. I swear, bro. Sometimes I wonder why I even talk about this team. But this is why I talk about this team. Because y'all make it interesting. Man, oh man. Let's go get Lamar Jackson. Come on, let's go get him. You know who our backup quarterback is? Nate Sudfeld. Did you see Chase Daniel come in the game yesterday? Oh, my God. Listen, I'll say this. And the showeth runneth over. I'll say this. This is why I can't be on camera, y'all, because I'll be hyped. I'm going to get on camera, though. Okay. All right. So, Lions fans, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to pick a side. Pick a side. If you don't want Jared Goff, that's fine. You want to restructure? I get it. That would help our team out. Restructuring would help our team out. So I hope he does too. But I believe that Jared Goff, with the right tools around him, you know what's funny? Hold on. Here we go. I'm about to give myself a round of applause. Because You know what I heard? You know what I heard? Jared Goff needs the perfect team to win. He's got to have everything around him to win. He's got to have every duck in a row to win. Well, who else? Who else needs that? Could it be our former quarterback? Who else is looking like Jared Matthias Goff? Well. Mr. Super Bowl champion Matthew Stafford. Let me remind you of something. Who caught the touchdown pass that sent him to the Super Bowl? Or not? No, it was the divisional round. Who caught that pass? Cooper Kupp. Who made the play to win him the championship? Aaron Donald. Who was wreaking havoc on that defensive line? Von Miller. Who came back from a torn Achilles in 6 months? Cam Akers. And who do we have on our team? The Sun God. Khalif Raymond. DJ, $10 million, ain't doing nothing, Chark. Jameson, I'm hurt, Williams. Gonna be a dog, though. DeAndre Swift, I can't stay on the field. But I'm mad about my carries. Tom, we gonna cut you Lacrosse Kennedy. Who balling, by the way. Got a Tyreek Hill tweeted about him yesterday, comparing him to Wes Welker, Super Bowl champion Wes Welker. Now, I'm not saying, I'm not going that far. Trinity Benson, the track star, the practice squad star, who got judo chopped in the neck yesterday. Amani missing in action Aurorier. Shout out to Julian Okwara. Romeo, where art thou? Levi on broke back Anzurike. I hope the guy gets better. Taylor, I can't false start to save my life. Deckard. Panay Sewell got shook yesterday. You know what I saw on Twitter? Jared Goff should have stepped up. It wasn't even Panay Sewell's man that tackled him. Oh, and by the way, the play that got this team going was whom? Jared Goff stepping up in the pocket, running, and taking some acting classes because it was a bit of a flop. It wasn't him. He was stepping up. But see, is anybody going to say you're going to give him credit, bro? You going to give him credit for the step up that changed the game when the defender came free at Jared Goff? Why is nobody talking about that? Listen. I'm going to tell y'all something. It's all love in this chat, and I respect everybody's opinion. This is what we do as Lions fans. He did step up, Zay. The dude bro, go watch the play again. As he's stepping up, he's getting tackled. But, okay, here's what I'm saying. Let the chips fall where they may. Let the chips fall where they may. Let me ask you this. Jared Goff wins us a playoff game. What will be the conversation then? I'm asking you guys in the chat. If Jared Goff wins us a playoff game, what would be the conversation then? We got to be honest, y'all. We want what we want. I wanted Aiden Hutchinson. I got him. I want a defender. May or may not get him. And X says, X, answer the question, bro. Or don't speak at all. The question was, if he wins a playoff game, what would you say? I mean, y'all acting like you can't hear. The question is, if he won a playoff game, what would you say? Teron says, I think golf is great and we should bypass a QB this draft. The fans will be divided if that happens because now you have to pay him, keep building around him. Okay, what is happening with your name, bro? What, is your name golf wins a playoff game or is it nothing? Listen, we all want the same thing, but I think we need to value ourselves a little more, right? Value yourself a little more. If you want a mobile quarterback, I don't care. If you want somebody that runs around and make plays like Justin Fields, that's fantastic. That is fantastic. I do think this hate toward Jared Goff is unfair. I really, really do. I feel like that Detroit Lions fans, while we can be the absolute best, we can also be the absolute worst. We don't know what we want, and I think that's the problem. You know what I want, and I think we all want, is to win. And if anybody says Jared Goff wins us a playoff game and you still don't like him, then there's your answer. There's your answer. It's amazing how many people see what Matthew Stafford did for the Rams instead of what everyone else did. I tell you what, and I think it's going to be an interesting offseason. And we went way over time. I think it's going to be a very interesting offseason because Brad Holmes is going to have a decision to make. He's going to have a decision to make. And I think he might take a quarterback this year to mentor, to develop. And I think a lot of y'all are going to be upset because we're winning games. And I think you cannot have it both ways. And I think you have to make a choice. I think you need to make a choice. You either want this team to win or you want the quarterback in the draft that you think is going to help this team. I just think it's hilarious to me how our defense is ranked bottom 2 and all we're focusing on is the quarterback. And I think for the next, December, January, February, March, April, who else got to count out on their fingers when they do? For the next 5 months, 5 to 6 months, this will be a debate. People will be right, people will be wrong. At the end of the day, I don't care. Well, I do care about being right. Sometimes you want to brag a little bit, especially when other people are so wishy-washy on YouTube. When people just want to please the people they hang around. However, I want to win, and I don't care how we do it. I don't care how we do it. Geno Smith made a bonehead play yesterday, but what quarterback doesn't? And what do you know? They're leading the same division that Matthew Stafford is in. There are facts about JG that I can't deny. Boneheaded a lot. Seems like he panics. But you know what I saw in our 2 wins that I didn't see in our losses? JG has been going through his progressions. And yesterday, he did not see the linebacker. Bloop. Wide, threw it straight to him. Facts. But Mr. Marcus throwing off the cheeks Mariota. Nobody's talking about him like they doing golf. Mr. Pick Six King, Matthew Stafford. Trevor Lawrence. Generational talent. Justin Fields throwing while laying down pretty much. Off his back foot, through, jumping backwards, pick. Lamar Jackson. Remember that game against the Giants that they lost? He's responsible for that loss. Of course they should be talking about Mr. Cheeks. That's my new name for him. Y'all remember Lights, Camera, Action? Mr. Cheeks? That's Marcus Mariota's nickname. His new name is Mr. Cheeks. The brother was on both his cheeks, could not see anything, and threw the ball. Probably one of the dumbest plays I've ever seen. This is what I know. And like I said, y'all have to make a decision. And we'll end the stream officially on this because I'll be here all day. You have to make a choice. And I'm going to leave you with these questions. Nate says, doesn't matter how we win. If Holmes wants a QB, he'll find a way to get whatever QB he wants. I'm good with Goff, but whatever, we just can't want to tank. And I can agree with that as well. I do disagree to some extent. Said he'll find a way. If he finds a way to get a quarterback, and if this team is struggling because of that, I will want his head. And that's just the bottom line. But I'm going to leave y'all with this question. And you have to make a decision. If you get to this point in the broadcast and you watch this on playback, you have to make a decision. Right now, the Lions pick 11th in the draft. And see, I know a lot of y'all going to find a scapegoat. Y'all going to find a way out via Matthew Stafford. We've already discussed that the Rams could easily be 5-12, 6-11. But we're not talking about them. We're talking about our pick, our Detroit Lions. Because I'm going to be so sick of y'all. I'm going to be so sick of y'all if we get who y'all want with the Rams pick. I'm going to be like, dang, bro. Y'all got it again. Detroit Rams fans got a Super Bowl. They got the quarterback. I saw somebody did a mock draft on Twitter where Bryce Young was available at 11. He was available at 11, and we took him. That's gonna feel like a cop out, bro. Because any other year we wouldn't have the Rams pick, but we do. And wouldn't that be something if with the Rams pick we take Bryce Young or Stroud or whoever you want? But here's the question I have: you gotta make a decision. Do you want to win, or do you want to pick in the top 10? You already know my answer, and I'll leave you with this. Winning feels good, right? Seeing Bears fans and Packers fans 2 weeks in a row say, how can we have lost to those Detroit Lions? Remember Aaron Rodgers? I want y'all to think about this while y'all sit until tomorrow's show. Zay says win. Aaron Rodgers says you can't lose a game like that to that team. That's what he said. Bears content creators yesterday, radio personalities, how did you lose to the Detroit Lions? You lost because we played better, right? How does that feel? How does it feel to be talked about in that as that team? Oh, well, we lost to those guys. How did that happen? Do you know we were check marks? I mean, we do the same thing. I did it with the Giants and the Seahawks came and whipped us. How does it feel to be an instant dub? An instant dub on the calendar. All last week, we had to go from Aaron Rodgers crying about it was their team that lost the game instead of our team that won it. All week, we had to hear the Chicago fan base. Y'all know who Ghost of Judah Tribe is. Came into my chat trolling beyond belief yesterday when they were up 14. And y'all want to go through that. And if you're choosing to lose, then that's what you're choosing. So y'all got to make up y'all mind, man. Do you want to win or do you want to be losers? You know what I saw yesterday? I saw that locker room celebrate. I saw Jamison Williams in the Instagram with Jeff Okuda with a big old smile on his face. I think we're so used to losing, we don't know what it feels like to win. Appreciate all y'all. None of this is personal. This is why this show exists. Phone lines will be open as soon as I appear on camera, and we'll do this thing. Woodward Sports is going mainstream, so it's time for somebody else to come up in this space and give y'all what y'all need. But I appreciate y'all. All love. Just imagine us having a virtual beer, or if you don't drink, a bubbly something. I don't know. Because we all want the same thing. None of this is personal. We all want to win, and I appreciate all y'all. So have a good day. I'll see y'all tomorrow.